And our first shot will definitely be on the blueprint. I like the way it sounds. First shot on the blueprint. Yeah, of course. We're focusing on Nigeria.
West Africa, Nigeria, it is. And you can see the very big, bold one here. Buni's CECPC bounces back. APC kickstarts convention activities. Finally, people have come out to say. That's on page 6 of the paper this morning. But hey, Joe, you need to listen to this. Mustafa El Makarukura Musa, they picked the 20 million naira chairmanship forms each.
To be a chairman.
20 million naira chairmanship form. Now, we also heard that the spending limit has been increased to up to 400%. So if you're campaigning for president, your money you can spend in Nigeria as a presidential candidate has been increased from 1 billion naira to 5 billion naira. That's a 400% increment. But you can get more stories than that from the blueprint this morning. Article to PDP BoT. Give me one more chance in 2023. We keep hearing names that we've been hearing since as far back as 1988. Yeah, those names are still coming back in circles once again when it comes to the politics of Nigeria. But you can see this story here. Also, you can see Atiku himself smiling and looking quite warm this morning. But that's on the front page of the blueprint this morning. Now you can see these pictures. Takes me way back to when I used to wear that uniform, Joe, and how much it was well respected. Yes, that's the word to use. National Youth Service Corps members, that's the NYSC members, on the march past during the personal parade that happened on Tuesday in Abuja. Oh yeah, Copper Sean, it says, where you can see them with their face masks. All of them ensuring that they comply to the COVID-19 protocols. You can get more stories from the blueprint this morning. Beggar's job on second Niger bridge visible. Iconic, Gambari is coming out to say on page 15. Also page 7, hijab saga. Don't ignite religious fire. For one comes out to warn Kwarans. Yeah, people in Kwara State. You can get that information also. And the upper part here, banditries. DPO, 6 officers, 5 others slain in Niger. Kebbi attacks. Now it says 2023 elections may not hold in 270 Niger polling units. This is coming from INEC. The details are on page 6 of the blueprint in Nigeria.
All right, living the blueprints. Let's go straight to Uganda. Daily Monitor is the paper. The front page there says government allows visits phones in schools. Take note, government allows visits phones in schools. Catch 22, the school visitation can start this Sunday. According to a minister who has actually spoken, he announced that the government has okayed students to use mobile phones for class work.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, isn't that going to be distracting of some sort?
Find that story on page 4.
Okay.
So that means, hold on, if I'm given a test to do, all I need to just Google.
Oh, but Joe, have you forgotten open exams? They're open book exams that you can Google for all you want. You may never find the answers you wanted.
All right. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, let's move on. More headlines and more stories. Visitation had been banned, by the way, due to COVID-19 and government drafting students' phone use policy. Use of phones in schools has been a taboo in the past. Now, phones in schools likely to spark uproar, like it has done here in the studio. Well, not like an uproar, but just debate. And we're asking, is this right or is it wrong? Big questions to ask. Homes, lead base, well, that's got to do with business. Let's leave that story. Let's go to another one on page 8. Museveni asks doctors to work with herbalists. Yoweri Museveni, Ugandan president, is asking doctors work with herbalists, work together.
Not a bad idea, Joe.
Says work together.
Not a bad idea.
So when they're about to give you an injection and or you're going to take an antiretroviral a drug and so on.
Yeah, you can have some herbs in your mouth. Just
mix
hold
a little herb with it. It works.
Not a bad one.
Maybe.
Innovation, you know.
I see. Kabaka, hand fight over land in Kigo. And then you also have this one that's got to do with the judiciary among in US to check on Olanya. You want to read that as well. It's got to do with the judiciary and someone is in the US and you want to read that story. That's it. I'm going to take this for the Daily Monitor this morning, but for me, that story takes it into another level. Museveni asking doctors to work with herbalists. That's the story.
That's a nice one. I'm pretty interested in that story. But let's take you now to Tanzania. We're looking at the Citizen this morning. Now the Citizen is coming out talking about debt, the debt situation in the country. Government allays fears over soaring domestic debts. Now you can see that infographic there. As at 2018, January 2018, the domestic debt was pegged at 13.96 trillion. You can see 2019, 2020, 2021, and down to 2022, all-time high, 21.25 trillion shillings. That's what it's saying in recent years. Well, they're not the only country. Tanzania isn't the only country who has such increment in their debts in the country, domestic debts. But you can get more details from page 5 and page 2 of the Citizen this morning. Also on page 2, Samia's economic scorecard as she prepares to mark 1 year at the helm. That's what it's saying there on page 2. And on page 5, Tanzania's readiness for health crisis up since first COVID case. More details from the Citizen this morning.
All right, Limited Citizen. Now let's wrap things up in the southern part of Africa. South Africa, let's go straight to that one. Dudula taken to court. Dudula taken to court. Businessmen seek courts to urgently order that locals stop violence, intimidation, threats, and other unlawful actions aimed at stopping foreigners from doing business. That's Foreign Traders Fight Back. So, a few weeks ago, possibly last week, you did hear the story. It was also here, News Central, where we broke it to you in our subsequent news bulletins. It's got to do with Dudula. It's a serious situation in South Africa where the locals feel the foreigners have come to take over every single thing that belongs to them, from the jobs, from the businesses, profits, you name it. And now the foreign traders are indeed fighting back, and they are ready to go to court saying, hey, we need an injunction, a court injunction to stop the locals from actually disturbing us from doing business. Or don't forget, you also had the issue of xenophobia and the like. So let's take a look at 2 more stories before we go straight to our top story this morning. Joburg targets Soweto non-payers men's conference, the real deal. You want to check it out. And the last one right there, this has a look of Essie Demeni to it. Well, just pick up the Sowetan, read about it, and I'm sure that you will get a feel of what is happening in the southern part of Africa and the others. Well, that's all we have.